Hello and welcome to the first edition of Glovo Next. I'm your host, Kathy White, coming to you live from Glovo's headquarters in Barcelona at Yellow Park, and you online are joining a live studio audience. And today, Glovo is going to unveil the largest product update that it has done in quite some time. And we've got some very exciting things up our sleeves for you. Now, you're not going to hear from me. You're going to hear from Glovo and the amazing team themselves. So first of all, I'll welcome Oscar Pierre, the co-founder and CEO of Glovo. He's going to talk you through where Glovo is today and the journey to get here. Then our Chief Product Officer, Daniel Alonso, will come on stage and he will unveil the exciting new features that they've been cooking up. Following Daniel, we'll be joined by Shuro Tiuri, our Chief Technology Officer, and Shuro will take you through what's been going on in the background at Glovo to bring this all to light. So please join me in a round of applause for Glovo's CEO, Oscar Pierre.
Good afternoon. I'm Oscar. I founded Glovo 10 years ago, and yes, I'm still nervous speaking to so many people. It's the first time we do this. It's amazing to see all of you here. Hi, everyone connected from home. I know life is about expectations, so with all of this set up, I want to maybe reduce a bit expectations. We're not sending anyone to the moon tonight. You're not going to see flying robots getting into your doors to deliver your food. But we have been working on some really exciting things in the app. So, technology. Technology is everything in our company. How fast we launch new products is what sets the speed of our business. I'm sure there's a lot of people in tech in the room or online, and you can recognize what I'm saying. And, you know, we're in a business where a lot of bad things can happen, no? Like your food gets cold, or you don't get the food, or it arrives late, or you're missing some products. So in this room, how many people has had one bad experience with Glovo in the last 12 months? Raise your hand. You see? So all of these hands are problems that we still have to solve, and all of them can be solved through technology. Now, it was 4 months ago that we sat down with Danny and with Shiro. And we know there's so many things to do still, no? And we focus all of our tech team on solving these problems. But we said, hey, let's just start testing and launch some bets, some more creative bets. Let's break the rules of what delivery is, and this is what we're announcing today. We set a really tight deadline, and we said, hey, we're gonna organize an event, so the 3 bets must better be ready because we want all the room to test them, no? And this day has arrived. It's today. And before that, I want to walk you through what Glovo is and where we are today. This picture is from 10 years ago. It was me before Glovo. I was an intern at Airbus, and this is the moment where I decided to leave and start a business without knowing anything about business. No way, you know, if you ask this Oscar in the picture, he would have guessed that I would be speaking here today, would have guessed the size of Glovo today. And what is the size of Glovo today? I want to walk you through it, what we call the Glovo ecosystem. First of all is our customers, no? So we have tens of millions of customers, growing a lot every year. In a city like Barcelona, for example, in the last 12 months, More than 1 million people has ordered. This is a very high penetration, no? So we're really happy. We still have a lot of things to do, but we're really happy that we have built a service that a big percentage of the population can use and is using with certain frequency. Second, we have 160 partners. Some of them are here in the room. Of course, you know the big names, no? McDonald's, Carrefour, Vicio. But I think what it's really exciting about this second pillar of Glovo is that most of them are very small businesses. No? In most of these stories, there is one single entrepreneur running their shop or their restaurant or their pharmacy or grocery shop, and we're helping them enter into the online world. No? And this is one of the biggest things we do as a company. Third is the riders. 200,000 riders in the last 12 months have used the app to generate income in a super flexible way. And finally, the one that we have been working on for the last 3 years, no? We realized that we're an amazing platform for brands. No? Every time you open Glovo, it's because you have an intention of purchase. You want to buy milk, or you want to buy a burger, or you want to buy something from the pharmacy. And this is a great opportunity for so many brands to connect directly, no? With these customers. And we have been building a lot of products that now hundreds of brands are using. Glovo's in 23 countries. We started in Spain, our largest market. Then we went to countries that more or less we knew. And then we started going into countries that the Oscar at 22 years old wouldn't have been able to put in the map. If I told you now that in our top 10 cities, we have one in Morocco, we have one in Romania, one in Kazakhstan, one in Serbia, and one in Ukraine, I'm sure that you are now surprised, right? So this is the reality of our business. More things. Of course, all of this is built with an amazing team, 3,000 people. Half of them are here in this building, Yellow Park. This is where technology is built. And the other half is across all our countries in our 23 countries. And here's the graph of orders. I like this graph because it's growing. But I also like how small the columns were at the beginning. No? And I know there's some entrepreneurs listening. I think this graph explains really well the importance of resilience. Glovo was so tough at the beginning. It was really, really tough the first 2-3 years. Waking up every day and seeing that last day you did 0 orders or 1 order, and then back to 0, and then back to 1. So this was our reality. That's why I added the pictures of Sasha and I delivering, because that was our part-time job. With so few orders, we could not build a fleet of engaged couriers, so we had to be couriers ourselves. We're really happy because very soon we're going to be getting to our order number 1 billion. So this is 1,000 million orders that soon, historically, we will have delivered. And as I said, at the beginning, it was surviving. So Glovo, the first 4 years, it was only surviving. We had almost no cash in the bank, and it was really tough. But then we get into a size that you start realizing that beyond the economic impact that our platform has, you can start thinking of cool, very cool, and scale projects that have really high positive impact. And I'm going to share 2 that the social impact team has launched, and they're working really well. Number 1 is donations. There's a lot of people in the world that want to donate, especially when there is an emergency, right? Think about the war in Ukraine, think about the earthquake in Morocco, or the floods in Italy, or in Poland that happened last year. Now, there's a lot of people in the city that want to donate, and usually you get a link, you have to register, you have to put your credit card. It's not easy, right? So we've been starting to grow these donations projects. Basically, we have a bubble in the app where everybody has Glovo, or a lot of people has Glovo, they have their card, a few taps, and they can donate. So far, we've donated 20 million euros, and we're super serious about this because we believe we can become a massive platform for donations that go to NGOs. The second is related to food waste. As you know, in most of the cities, there's a massive amount of food that goes to garbage because companies don't plan perfectly. grocery shops, restaurants, etc. And on the other end, there's a lot of NGOs that are interested in that food. No? So basically here we're making the connection, and we're now delivering thousands of meals every day from these places that would go to food waste to NGOs that need it. Now, back to the story. This is my first deck. This is what I sent to investors. It says November 2014, so almost exactly 10 years ago. I put the mock-up of an app that literally didn't work. You couldn't even sign up or log in. And then we launched an app that I want to ask the audience, if there's any hero, if there's any unicorn that managed to use this app in Barcelona, raise your hand. I'm going to give you a free delivery. Nobody, right? Okay. It's normal. It's normal. You really had to put a lot of effort to use this app, and it was really expensive. Yeah. But well, this is how we started, and this is the app that was doing 1 order, 0 orders, 2 orders, 0. Then we moved to the bubbles. We had a head of product called Bartek. He and his team, he came up with this new design that we still today have, the bubbles. And then we brought a CMO that told me, hey man, Alex, he told me, hey, all your competitors are green, Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Take It Easy, just change the color, right? And we moved to our lovely yellow. We think super big about the future. We literally think that we have just started. We think the opportunity is really, really big. This is our new vision. We say that we're building the largest marketplace in your city. We think the future of commerce is immediate, no? The same way that now people don't wait 1 week or 2 weeks to receive their products online. We think the future is minutes. No? People will not want to wait 1 day to receive their products online. In other words, we're basically building the place where the most amount of things will be sold between businesses and consumers. When I look at these pictures, you know, the beginnings were really tough. Top right, you see the first 10 employees. We joke always that Sasha was our teacher, and we were a class of kids, average of 22 years old. And yeah, the beginnings were really tough. And when I look at these pictures and see how young we were, and then you walk into this building and you're in this event, and you think about how the hell this has happened, right? It feels like a miracle because we had no clue about building a business 10 years ago. And I think there's one thing we've done well, which is always taking big bets. No? As a Spanish entrepreneur, it was really hard to think really big about expansion. No? It was so hard to convince our board to expand to Africa, to expand to Kazakhstan, and we just went ahead and did it. Everybody told us to focus in one vertical, focus in food and restaurants, and we always believed in this multi-category. We did so many acquisitions, some of them worked, but so many others didn't work. And definitely, we were really bold with fundraising. Overall, we've raised, it's public information, over €1 billion, which, yeah, it was very bold. Finally, now investors understand. So, with this DNA of taking bets, this is exactly what we want to have now in our product team. And this is why we're starting Glovo Next. Hopefully, in some time from now, we meet again to show you the new bets. So that's it for me. I'm going to pass it now to the product person, Danny. Welcome on stage, and thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you so much, Oscar. So, as he said, my name is Danny. I lead the product organization at Glovo. And actually, I have the mission to justify why you came here today and why the people online actually are going to stick to their laptops and watch us for the next 10 minutes. Okay? Now, it's fairly simple. It's about we did 2 pieces of magic. Okay? The first one is I'm going to explain you the how. And the second one actually is about the what, what we deliver. So if I start with the how, as Oscar said, this company ethos has been always about taking risks. Who would have said that startup in Barcelona was going to compete against American companies, who was going to conquer some countries in Asia, some countries in Africa. And since I took this role, one of my missions was, hey, how do I bring this ethos, this risk profile, this aggressivity actually into technology? So actually, it was almost around now 119 days that we put into a room 50 people. We put designers, we put engineers, we put data people, we put product managers, and we told them, hey, two things. We're going to launch 3 things that might work or don't work, and second, we're going to put a hard deadline. We're going to give ourselves 90 days to try those things and see what happens. First reactions were not great, okay, I must say, but actually the team embraced the challenge, and said, okay, well, let's see what we can do. And I'll tell you more during the Q&A, how did it go, and so on. In any case, what the team did is actually they delivered. They actually proved that actually in 90 days you can build something and you can deliver. Okay? And this is why today, I'm going to show you the future of Glovo. I'm actually going to show you how we can make magic. To be honest, the video is incredible. I've seen it like 60 times already, and I never get tired. So actually, a big round of applause for the video producer that actually made it happen. So thank you so much. Now, so what you saw in the video is actually about 3 things. It's about video, pics, and social. And I'm going to deep dive on each of them and what they mean. But before, what I must tell you is there is one thing that they have in common. They are trying to solve one specific problem, which is represented really well by 35%. Okay? 35% of the times that our users enter the app, they don't know what to order. Okay? In fact, the only thing they know is that they don't want to cook, or they don't want to leave the office, or they don't want to leave their houses. But they don't know specifically what they are going to order, whether from which restaurant, which dish, which cuisine. So what we said is we should help them, okay? And actually, that's the thing that we're trying to do with these 3 bets. So the first one is about video, okay? Video is actually fairly simple to understand these days. Video is actually about making it super entertaining and super fast to see what's next, And the spin that we give to videos is about focusing it on dishes. So we created dish-centric videos. We ask our partners, our restaurants, to create 5 to 15-second videos of high quality, of showing the actual food, of showing what you will receive when you're at home, and put it there. And now, starting today, for many of you, you're going to be able to order from a video stream. You will be able to just tap the button on the bottom right, and just with that, proceed to checkout, order it, and in less than 30 minutes, you will be enjoying the meal that you just watched in the video. Now, this is just the beginning. I think there are many iterations that we will take when it comes to video, but this is just starting a video streaming platform inside a food delivery app, and we are the pioneers of that. Now, the second one, pics. So pics is actually about personalization. Pics is about Glovo, as a company, to stop speculating what you might want that night. What are you going to order today? What is the highest affinity store that you should be ordering? What is the favorite dish? It's actually about passing the keys of personalization to the user. It's about giving them the chance to customize the app. So Pix is this. Pix is the ability for every user to customize Glovo. In this case, what you see on this user is, hey, she decided to create a collection of restaurants for when she has dinner at home over the weekends with family. So she now selected the group of restaurants to order with a partner, with the kids. Now, on the other side, you might decide to customize the app in a way that, hey, sometimes I don't know what to order in the office, so I'm going to create the list of restaurants that they usually order when I want something fast, something to go through the day. And it's not only about occasions, it's actually also about cuisines. No? What we have realized, and with early data, what we're seeing the behavior is like people want to organize their burger places, people want to organize the Italian places, the top restaurants. Okay? Now, I'm going to throw it back to you. Whenever I explain this feature, the first thing that people tell me is, hey, Danny, when am I going to see the influencers' pics? No? When I'm going to see foodies, no? That I see in Instagram, in TikTok, and I can grab their pics and use it, no? And make it mine in a Glovo. How many of you would like to see influencers' pics in the app? Please raise your hand. Okay, so it sounds like a lot. We have actually here in the scenario also Roger. Roger is our product manager, and I think the feature just got prioritized, no? Based on the amount of hands. So, no, doing a parenthesis here, like sometimes at Glovo we spend lots of time doing data-driven analysis, and some of the things that we need to start to do is more common sense of, hey, it sounds like everyone is asking for that. No? Now, the second most common question I get is, well, Danny, I don't know if I have a foodie friend or not. No, I don't know if I follow influencers, but I have a friend that I know that she or he is expert on Italian restaurants. No, I know a friend that actually has been in Barcelona for 20 years, scrutinizing all the restaurants, and actually, I would love to know from where is she ordering. Okay? So now, this is why we created social. No? What we realize is that people actually want to see also what their friends order, no? And want to get inspired by them. So today, what we are announcing is that Glovo is the first food delivery app, the first multi-category app in the planet that actually builds a social network inside. And the way this is going to look is this way. From now on, all through the app, you'll see what your friends are doing. Okay? In this case, you'll see that actually most of your friends actually like this paella, no? From this place. So you'll be able to get access to it, to get this new recommendation that maybe you hadn't thought about. But it's not just about creating new entry points dedicated to social and social interactions, but it's actually about, as you navigate the app, you will find those friends. Okay? So in this case, if you enter into Teresa Carla's, one of the, what we call local heroes, no? What we call like top restaurants in Barcelona, actually you'll be able, no? To find what your friends order from it. So we really like the idea, no? Of sharing this adventure with friends and sharing recommendations. And in fact, we like so much that it's not only about knowing that some friends order, but also knowing who. I'm sure you don't trust the same some friends when it comes to certain food, and maybe for other restaurants you trust them more. So I think what's very important to actually show who are actually the friends. Now, how will you add friends? Well, fairly straightforward. You will go to your profile. You will decide that you want to connect friends, and at the moment we'll ask for your permission to load your phone book. And at the moment you give us your permission, we'll load all your phone book there. You will not know who has ordered a Glovo before or not, and then you'll be able to send friends requests. And then 2-3 things will happen. At the same time, there will be friends asking, no, to be your friends, and you will be able to accept or decline, and then some of your friends will accept your request. So at the end of the day, as a user, you'll have full control of the privacy. If you don't accept any friend, no issue. If you accept all your friends, then you will be able to see what they order, and they will be able to see what you order. Now, 2 things. Because we are now the pioneers of social networks inside food delivery app, and also because my wife is here and my in-laws are here, I please would appreciate a big round of applause to me. Now let me wrap it up. No? So what I show you is video, pics, and social. No? The 3 capabilities that they had a common problem. They had the ability to actually solve when the user doesn't know what to order. And what we really like about these 3 features is the fact, no, that they are rooted on actual user behaviors. First, I'm pretty sure that almost all of you has watched at least a short video once in their life. Okay? And actually, people spend hours on that. Second, no, I'm sure you already create lists of restaurants, and users do. And then third one, I'm sure that you were already asking for recommendations to your friends. Now, what we did at Glovo is to make those user behaviors and put them in the app in a super smooth way, so actually, we help you to order food. Okay. Now, what I want to be clear is what I show you today is just the beginning. Okay? So what I show you today, and I justified why you came here for the first edition of Glovo Next. Now, my expectation is that in the 10 years from now, you tell your family and friends that you were here on the first edition of Glovo Next. Because from now on, okay, twice per year, we are going to come here and we're going to show the world what's ambition and why we want to make history. Until then, I'll pass it to Chiro. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Danny. Hi, everyone. I think Danny deserves another round of applause, right? All right, so my name is Shiro Theuri, and I'm the CTO here at Glovo, and I would like to warmly welcome you once again to Glovo Next. I know Danny said that he talked about the how and the what, but I'm actually the one who's going to talk about the how. So how did we actually end up building this? How did we bring this project to life? So for anyone here who's familiar with working on a software project, you understand that lots of different pieces need to come together in order to make it successful. The same is true at Glovo. We have a tech team of over 500 people who work very hard every single day to deliver the experiences that you've come to know and love. And today, we're here to celebrate the efforts of just a tenth of this entire team, which is amazing. So how did such a small fraction of our entire tech team manage to make such a big splash to our user experience? This is thanks to the engineering culture that we have at Glovo. But before I get to the engineering culture, I'd like to talk about innovation at Glovo, specifically innovation in our tech teams. At Glovo, we believe that for innovation to happen and for it to thrive, three things need to be true. Three things need to happen. The first is there needs to be an organizational intent and willingness to support innovation, to allow teams to create these spaces, to move quickly, independently, autonomously, think creatively, in order for us to truly call ourselves innovative. The second thing that needs to happen is that from an engineering perspective, we need to start making design decisions today to unlock innovation opportunities tomorrow. And this goes in every single decision that we make around scalability, around how we architect our systems, around performance considerations. All these things are important for us to truly unlock innovation possibilities in future. And the third thing that needs to happen is that we need to organize our teams in a way that allows them to move quickly. So I like to say that we structure our teams like we structure our systems, which is loosely coupled, but very tightly aligned to the needs of our users and our business. This is fundamentally important. So let me get back to our engineering culture. The culture of engineering at Glovo is founded upon our principles in engineering. And I'm going to walk you through how each of them allowed us to be here today. The first is build it well. So I know you enjoyed seeing all the features that we're launching today, but the truth is, for us to build and scale social, video, and pics to tens of millions of users all around the world, served by hundreds of thousands of partners and couriers, is a massive engineering challenge. It's a challenge nonetheless, which is exciting for engineers, but it's massive. To do so without disrupting the base flow that you've come to know and love in your Glovo experience, without accruing additional cost and risk, without violating any data privacy, security, or copyright regulations, is massive. But at Glovo, thanks to our principles, it doesn't matter whether you're making a small incremental improvement to your user journey or making a step change or a leap in innovation. The fundamental principles remain the same. The second principle that we have is build it fast. At Glovo, we believe that for innovation to truly happen, constraints need to apply. Constraints inspire creativity and drive innovation. And I think you'll all agree that there's no greater constraint than a deadline. And you've seen from Danny's presentation that we tend to love deadlines here at Glovo. And it's supremely important that we allow our software development life cycles, our sprints, and even these cycles within which we launch our bets to comply within these constraints. And the third is figure it out. Now, I know Danny said social media a lot, but I'd like to make it clear that we're not a social media company. And for us to build a social layer on top of a delivery experience is a massive, massive project. It takes a lot of complexity, and we're adding complexity in how you interact with Glovo. Pause and think about it. Before, all you had to do was get on Glovo and interact with your courier, your partner, sometimes maybe Glovo if something goes wrong. But now we're saying you can actually interact with each other, and after your Glovo experience, after you receive your order, you can actually go back to the app, reflect on your experience, curate your experience, and very soon you'll be able to share that with the world. This complexity is also reflected in the technology itself. So our team had to upskill and learn new things. For example, for the video feature, they had to figure out new technologies around video transformation and streaming technologies and codecs, etc. And this is also in line with the principles that we hold true at Glovo of learning and development. So our engineers stepped up, they picked up these new skills, and we managed to make this launch successful. And the final thing is be a team. At Glovo, we believe that humans are at the center of every single decision that we make. Our products are built by humans, and they're also built for humans. And we have a fantastic set of humans that work with us. So I'd like to invite you all, in recognizing and congratulating the team that's responsible for this launch. Let's give them a round of applause. We can only hope that you found this launch as inspiring as it was to us and as exciting as it was to us. And we look forward to seeing you in future in many more Glovo Next events. Thank you.
Sadly, we've come to the end of the first edition of Glovo Next. A big thank you again to Shiro and Danny and Oscar for everything that they have shared with us tonight. So, as a reminder to you in the audience and to you back home, this is now live in Barcelona and Madrid, and you just need to keep an eye on your Glovo app for when it will be available to you. And we hope to see you again at a future edition of Glovo Next. Thank you.